Good morning. Happy Thursday. Oh, yeah, it's Thursday. I need to. Good morning, Miss Carolyn. Good morning, Miss Nisa, honey. Good morning, Miss Natarsa. Good morning, Miss CG. Good morning, Miss Felica. Oh, yeah, I gotta take these braids out next week. I sure do not feel like it, but it's gotta be done. Happy long. I know. Oh, yeah. Okay, you're right. You are absolutely right. It's gonna be a long weekend. Oh, how you doing? I thought you said. See, and blame my head, not my heart, because I could not remember your name. I thought you said Michelle, but I don't know. Good morning, but thank you and welcome. Happy Thursday. Good morning, Miss T Miller. Good morning, Miss Cassandra. Good morning, Miss Gail. Happy Thursday, ladies. Yes, happy long weekend. Thank you for that reminder, Miss Natarsa. Happy long weekend. Good morning, Miss Monica. Good morning, Miss Tommy Lexi. Happy Thursday. Yes, Michelle. Okay, see, I remembered. Okay, that's a win for me because listen, your girl's memory is, we're working on it. Well, welcome. Good morning. Hey, Severe, how you doing? Good morning. Happy Thursday. Happy long weekend. It's your B-Day month. It's my daughter's B-Day month too. Okay. Happy birthday month. I hope you are going to celebrate all month. You deserve. Yes, Thursday got here super fast. Super duper fast. I was like, wait a minute. Oh, so do y'all still want me to do a devotional on tomorrow? I didn't think about tomorrow was July 4th. We don't have to do a devotional on tomorrow. We can do one Monday. It's up to y'all. Good morning, Ash. Happy Thursday. It's up to y'all. Y'all let me know. Take a break tomorrow? Okay. What? Everybody vote. Y'all tell me. Good morning, Miss On an Island. Happy Thursday. Good morning. Good morning, Miss Janicia. Happy Thursday. Enjoy the holiday. Okay. Yeah, y'all don't want to wake up at 7. I don't want y'all to wake up early if y'all are off to go on a devotional. I mean, unless you just want to on your own time. You've been on Gigi duty all week. Ooh, I know how that feels. I was on last Friday and Saturday all day. I mean, all day. I was tired. Let's take tomorrow off. Okay. Take a break tomorrow. Okay. Okay. We will take tomorrow off. Y'all show right. I forgot. Okay, well. Yeah, happy, Independence Day. I know we have mixed feelings. I mean, well, I can't speak for y'all. But you know what? I'm an American. I don't know what everybody else talking about. I'm American. It is what it is. Take off. Okay. Okay. The consensus, because I ain't said nobody. I ain't saw nobody saying come on tomorrow. We will take tomorrow off. Which Fridays is supposed to be our usual day off, but I missed Monday, so I was gonna do Friday. Okay. Good morning, Miss Michelle. Happy Thursday, which is some people's Friday. Hopefully your Friday too. We wish you blessings that you win a badge in school. What's 40? That's why. I'm in the wrong one. Yes, pray for our country. That's right. You got, that's the, you know what? Couldn't have said it better, Miss Cassandra. That's what we can do. Okay, hold on, y'all. Cause that don't seem right. Uh-oh. Oh, you know what? I be tripping sometime. All right, so the consensus is tomorrow we will not come on live. Y'all enjoy y'all holiday. Enjoy sleeping in or whatever you want. Whatever floats your boat. Whatever floats your boat. Today's devotional, we're going to talk about something we kind of touched on yesterday, and I felt like maybe we could talk about it more today. Good morning, Miss Nene. We could talk about it maybe more today. We're going to talk about organization, being in order, okay? So the devotional title is Order is a Blessing. Of course, y'all know this is the verse. I didn't know the actual verse for it, but my mom used to say this all the time. You know, she would always say God is not a God of chaos, okay, or confusion. She would say that all the time. So the verse is 1 Corinthians 14:40, and it says, "But everything should be done in a fitting and orderly way." Okay. In the New Living Translation, it says, "But be sure that everything is done properly and in order." And I feel like if God wasn't like, y'all need to do things a certain way, he would have put it in the Bible. So, thank you, Miss Cassandra. We need to pay attention to that. Now, this is something I struggle with, staying organized, decluttering. I am a pack rat of sorts. I like to collect things. I still didn't get to clean up the Cozy Cottage yesterday, but what I did get done was my collaboration. I finally finished it, edited it, turned it in. I haven't heard back from the sponsor, but I'm proud of myself because I finally completed it. And then I recorded like 3 other videos yesterday. I was just in my recording and editing bag because I was recording, editing, all of the things yesterday. So I didn't get to get in here, but today that's going to be the project. Thank you, Miss Lisa, honey. Yes, ma'am, this is good stuff. Me, see, I need this. Thank you. Thank you, Miss Natarsa. Thank you, Miss Monica. So I was late with it. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. This should have been done. There's a bug in here. It should have been done, but it's done now. So, thank you, Miss Nene. So, our devotion says, God is not a God of confusion or chaos. Thank you, Miss Carolyn. From the creation of the world to the structure of the church, his character is marked by order, peace, and purpose. And think about that for a minute. God really, when he created, he took those 7 days, he created, the sky and the earth, and then, at the end, he brought the man, then he rested. Like, there was a specific way that he did things, and he explained them, right? So that would lead me to believe that he would want us to do things in an orderly way, right? Thank you, Miss Cassandra. So when we bring structure into our lives, structure, that word, whether it's cleaning out a closet, planning our meals, or creating a daily routine, we're reflecting his nature. Being organized isn't about perfection or aesthetics. And I think in the world that we live in, that is what we have focused on instead of just trying to get things done. We want it to be aesthetically pleasing, and there's nothing wrong with that. However, do not let that defeat you from getting the job done, right? Because the aesthetics aren't there, or those aesthetics can come. Those are things that you can work on later, right? Or trying to make things perfect. Just start with the basic stuff. Now, I may not be organized in a lot of areas, but I am a meal planner, right? I live by a meal plan because that is what helped me get dinner done, especially when I was on my own, right? The number one question, and I still get this is the number one question to say, what are we eating for dinner? What are we finna eat? I'm hungry. What's we eating for dinner tonight? You know what I'm saying? So I live by a meal plan. It's not perfect. Sometimes we don't cook everything that's on the meal plan, but I have a guide. I have something I can follow. I don't have to put stress on myself and think about it, because that is essentially my job, to feed the family. Yes, creation is proof that we serve a God that does everything in order. Yes, absolutely, Miss Cassandra. So being organized isn't about perfection or aesthetics. It's about intentional stewardship. And so I think that when I read that earlier, I was like, boom. Organization, doing things in a specific way, you know, getting rid of clutter, taking care of the things that we have. That is being a good steward of everything that we have. I know for me, when I think about being a steward, of course I think about money, right? But we also have to be a good steward of the things that God blessed us with, our homes, right? Are we letting trash and dirt and dust and all those things build up? You know, and don't get me wrong, we all have seasons. Listen, when I was sick, things used to go by the wayside, okay? Because my kids, they ain't the best cleaners, okay? But I would have to let things go by the wayside. People would have to come in and help me and all of that. There are seasons of that, especially when you have young children, right? And so, we'll get into this a little bit later, but I know that there are seasons, right? So don't beat yourself up about it. But, you know, just try to do a little something, a little something. It's not a scripture, but I've heard all my life, cleanliness has gotten me too. Same. And I just recently, like within the last maybe few years, found out that wasn't really a scripture. Okay. Anyway, so it's about intentional stewardship. When our spaces and schedules are in order, we free up mental space, reduce stress, and make room for what matters most. Time with God, connection with our loved ones, rest, and creative flow. The enemy thrives in chaos and distraction, and that is the truth. But order gives us a margin. It gives us the ability to respond rather than react. It helps us walk in the spirit, not rush in the flesh. Even Jesus, during his earthly ministry, operated with structure. He rose early to pray. He moved with purpose and made time for solitude. Organization isn't about being rigid. It's about preparing room for peace. And I love how that was put. It's not about being rigid. It's not about perfection. It's not about aesthetics. It's just about you freeing up time, you freeing up space, you making space for peace, for God, for your loved ones. If you're always worried about if there's a mess at home, and I'm talking about a physical mess, y'all know that bleeds into the rest of your life. Unfortunately, it does. As much as we try to say it doesn't, it does. When you start cleaning things up in your life, when you start getting organized, when you start preparing, right? Preparing. Because to me, cleaning is a form of preparation, right? You're making room, you're making space for more, whatever more may be. You know that translates into your everyday life. It just does. You can read anything, you can see anything. They say, well, as soon as I cleaned up, this happened, or this started working for me, or whatever. So And I'm not even really talking about cleaning up. I know they were clean, but just being organized. So our affirmation is, I reflect God's nature when I bring order and peace to my life. I am not overwhelmed, I am equipped. And yes, when we are not organized, we get overwhelmed really quick. You get overwhelmed and you give up. At least that's how I operate. When I can't find something, then I'm upset. I get overwhelmed. I'm over here in tears, and then next thing you know, just forget about it. Just forget about it. Our devotional always calls out an area of my life, because this morning I looked at my closet on it. We in the same boat. We in the same boat, Ash. I need to reorganize my closet. There are shoes everywhere. We're just not gonna go there, but we're gonna get it done step by step. Just baby steps, right? So how can we become more organized and stay that way, right? Because it's one thing to get organized, and it's the next to, let it fall by the wayside. That's me. Okay, so we can do that by embracing grace-filled structure, one that reflects both your softness and your strength. It's not about rigid perfectionism, but creating an environment where peace, purpose, and beauty can flourish. So you want to start with the spirit, not the to-do list. God should be in everything. And that's even us getting organized. That's even us praying, Lord, help me to organize this closet. Where do I begin? Where do you want me to start, Lord? Even in the organization, we should come to him first, right? Before diving into planners or cleaning routines, begin with God. Ask him, Lord, where do you want me to bring the order? Help me prioritize what truly matters today. I love that. I think that is a perfect prayer to start your day. Help me to prioritize what you want me to prioritize today. What truly matters today, right? My mom used to say something like, what did she say? When she would pray, she would say something like, God, help me see what you want me to see. Help me hear what you want me to hear. Help me say what you want me to say. She would just go through the senses and say that. And that's kind of, she wanted God to guide her on her day. Like whatever it is he wanted her to focus on, that's what, she would say. That's how she would go through like her prayer. So build a simple morning rhythm with quiet time, prayer, or journaling. Organization flows better when your heart is aligned. Here's our favorite thing to do. Romanticize routines, okay? Excuse me. Make your systems beautiful and enjoyable. Feminine women thrive when the mundane feels lovely. And it is so true, right? We love our planners, and, we love writing things down with nice pens and stickers and stuff like that. And we love putting on the little apron, and, we love all the doodads and gadgets that, they sell on Amazon. If you've ever watched, what's her name? It's Nikki. Is it Organized Nikki? I can't think of her name, but y'all know who she is. And she has all of those gadgets that she gets, and like she just, baby, when I say she be opening my eyes, I be like, ooh, I need to check that, because that's probably not where it should be. If you ever seen her, she be on TikTok and Instagram. I think she have like probably 1 million followers at this point. And like she just goes through and she has all the things. She organizes her purses, she just does all the things. And a lot of it is cute stuff, right? Little cutesy, sponges that she puts in, and sprays and all of that. And then she's really cute when she does the things like, she has on her makeup and her lashes, and, she has very beautiful skin. And then, she'll run you through that routine, and, her nails are always nice, and just everything is just so pleasing, and the stuff that she finds is so cute. So we love that stuff. Yes ma'am, I changed my coffee up this morning because I want a cute mug. That's right, I love a cute mug. Okay, that's as soon as I go to TJ Maxx, I'm in the mug section. I don't know, I'm really into Ray Dunn mugs right now. I think they're just, I don't know, and then they're big. I like a big mug. So Make your systems beautiful and enjoyable. Use floral planners or soft worship music while cleaning. Light a candle while organizing paperwork. Color code with pastels or highlighters or stickers if it brings you joy. Okay, so we are adding joy to the routine. We are making the mundane beautiful. Okay, and that will help you with your routine. Yes, she's like, agree with that lady in life is perfection. Her social media life is weekly. Yes, her social media life, right? We don't know what her regular life is. I would pray that her life is like that in real life. But I mean, for me, I would think that it has to be. But you know, she'll show you when it gets a mess. So you know, I think that's what like is personable about her, because she'll show you when it gets a mess. Ask the Savior to help you. I can go to him for everything in my daily life and tasks. He is willing, waiting for us to ask. Yes. And I think that that's important, that we ask him first in everything, not just, you know, the big things, the small things too. He wants to know about it. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like my daughter calling me, and she don't be talking about nothing. But I love when she calls me. I love that she wants to talk to her mom. You know what I'm saying? It may not necessarily be about anything. I'll be like, sometimes I'll be like, what are you talking about, girl? But I love that she wants to talk to her mom. And I think the same thing happens when we talk to God. I think he loves to hear from us. He loves to hear from us. And he probably would want to hear from us more on a positive side or helpful side rather than, Lord, get me out of this mess. You know what I'm saying? Don't we prefer to talk to our loved ones when it's a good thing rather than, or when they need help rather than when they're in the mess? So I think sometimes he would like that from us. Create soft structure, not rigid schedules. Think daily rhythms. And I really want you to think about that. And we're going to talk about that a little bit since we're not going to be on tomorrow. Think about rhythms rather than routines. Think about flowing, right? Yes, we have things that we have to get done. That's a given, right? We have to be productive. We have to, thank you. We have to get things completed and take care of things. However, I think we should pay attention to a rhythm rather than a rigid routine, okay? So think daily rhythms instead of strict timelines. Morning, devotion, coffee, a light cleaning, midday, meal prep, errands, any creative work. Of course, you know, we have jobs, whether we're working in the home or outside of the home. We have things that we have to take care of. But these are just little times of the day that we can set aside to keep us flowing, right? Evening, tidy up, relax, do your prayer and journaling. Leave margin for interruptions, especially if you are working or caring for children, right? Or your home, or parents, or whoever it is that God has entrusted you with. I ask prayer for my sisters. I have to have a conversation with my mom. Tomorrow she's just me, LOL. So I have it. Okay. If y'all know, I'll write it down. Hard conversations. Ugh, I do not like having hard conversations. I mean, I guess nobody does, but prayer. We are praying for you, Miss Natarsa. I pray for all of y'all always, but I pray specifically for that. Lord, man. You know we will be praying for you. I hear you ladies talk about mom-daughter relationships all the time. I know you understand. Oh, I definitely understand. we had to give my mom. We had to give my mama the other week. Me, my brother, and my sister. So I understand. But yes, we are definitely lifting you up in prayer. We ask God to help the words flow out of your mouth into her ears like honey, okay? Like honey, okay? We ask that this conversation be easy, that the important things get discussed, that no one feels shame or guilt, that it is handled with grace and kindness and tenderness on both ends. Okay? And that whatever the message is that needs to be sent, that it is sent. Okay? It is sent and understood. All right? But yes, we will be praying for you, Miss Natarsa, of course. So, use the feminine for organization. Break your life into soft flowing categories. Yes, exactly, Miss on the Island. He gives you the right words to speak. Break your life into soft flowing categories. The heart, the home, health, and harvest. Okay? The heart, the home, health, and harvest. Your heart is your spiritual life, your journaling, your affirmations. The home, cleaning, decluttering, decorating. Health, your meal planning, your movement, your rest. Harvest, your work, your projects, your creativity, your business. Each week, touch on each of these with grace and intention. Declutter with purpose, not pressure. Ask yourself, does this item support peace or create chaos? Okay? Is this item helping me or is it hurting me? Am I even using this item, right? Is this item helping me serve God in my home well? Okay? Good morning, Miss Patricia. Happy Thursday. Decluttering your space clears your mind. Let go of things and expectations that weigh you down. I bought a book from Half Price Bookstore the other week. I bought the what's that movie by? I mean, what's that book? It was really popular. It's about the miracle of tidying things or organizing or whatever. I bought it. I haven't read it yet. I ain't gonna lie to y'all, but I did purchase it. So, because I was like, you got this house, you got all this stuff, you got all these people that you kind of manage. You need to, what is it, The Miracle by Marie Kondo, I think is her name, but I can't think of the name of the book, but y'all know what I'm talking about. It's like I think or the book has to do with like Asian or Chinese, maybe, the way, or Japanese, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong, but the way that they, basically what they're saying is, if it brings you joy, does the item bring you joy? You know what I'm talking about, Miss Monica. Good morning, Miss Akira. Happy Thursday. Happy long weekend, Miss Natarsa pointed out. We're not going to be on tomorrow for the people that just came on, since it's 4th of July. What? Oh, that's the sprinklers, y'all. Sorry. So, decluttering your space should clear your mind. So let go of things and expectations that weigh you down. And that's when it comes to being aesthetically pleasing and all that kind of stuff. You can do that later, right? First, let's get the job done. Sometimes we worry too much about aesthetics. Pretty hangers and, having the best system and all that kind of stuff. It takes a man, and I know not all men are like this, but my husband is very organized, very got to have things in a specific place. He goes through the house and he constantly changes. Like, he'll organize our stuff in the bathroom. It drives me crazy because I'd be like, where's my stuff? Okay, but he know where the stuff